Hey guys, it's me again. This is officially our fourth time hanging out. How have you all been doing lately? Honestly, nothing crazy has been going on with me, just keeping things pretty low key and chill. If I had to pick one thing to talk about, it'd be this weird new obsession I have with buying little knickknacks for the house. Like, I've been buying accessories for my fish tank, and then, on a total whim, I decided to buy some motion sensor lights for those dark corners in my house. It's actually super convenient. You just walk by, and boom, the light turns on automatically without you having to lift a finger. Now, you probably won't believe this, but back in the day, I actually used to sell light fixtures for a living. I even had this one motion sensor wall sconce that was a huge bestseller. But, that feels like a lifetime ago. Anyway, since we're just chilling, let me tell you about this recent light buying saga. I was browsing online, and just like I remembered, the mainstream sensor lights basically come in a few different types: light sensitive, voice activated, standard infrared motion sensors, and radar sensors. I won't bore you with all the technical details, but those are the main ones. Now, from what I remember, radar sensors have always been way more sensitive than standard motion sensors. So, back when I was selling them, I would always push my customers towards the radar ones. But here is where it gets incredibly ironic. This time around, the tables have turned and I'm the consumer. I was looking at this one specific light, and sure enough, they offered voice, motion, and radar options. Logically, I should have just added the radar one to my cart without a second thought. Like, I literally already knew the answer. But then, the weirdest thing happened. Right as I was about to hit buy, I started second guessing myself. Why? Because I noticed the standard motion sensor model had the higher sales volume by far. I was kind of shocked and honestly a little confused. I started thinking, wait, is my memory playing tricks on me? Is the standard motion sensor actually better than radar now? Feeling completely unsure of myself, I actually messaged the customer service rep. They gave me a generic answer like, oh, the performance is pretty much the same, either one is fine. So, with absolutely zero confidence in my own expertise, I caved to the peer pressure and bought the standard motion sensor light, just like everyone else. And how do you think that turned out? After I got it and set it up, yup, exactly as I remembered. The standard motion sensor is just not that sensitive. I literally have to walk within 2 meters of it before it even kicks on. What a massive fail. I ended up just sticking it in a corner of the house that nobody really walks through. I've already placed a new order for the radar version, which is currently on its way. Once it gets here, I'll test it out and see if it actually lives up to my memory. Oh, just a quick disclaimer though. Don't get your hopes too high for radar sensors. They're just a bit more sensitive than the standard ones, but they're not flawless or anything. Then again, maybe that's just because the ones I buy are super cheap, so the quality isn't exactly top tier. You know, I always thought of myself as a pretty opinionated person, someone who sticks to their guns. Turns out, I gave myself way too much credit. I sold these things for years, but the second I switched roles and saw what the crowd was doing, my instinct was to immediately doubt myself. If I ever find myself in a situation like this again, I think my new rule is to just Google it right away, look up the actual facts, and make my own judgment. Hopefully, I'll make the right call next time. Anyway, that's my little story for today. Thanks so much for hanging out and listening. I'm Ping, a brand new YouTuber, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, so I have to give you a quick little bonus update on that sensor light story. The radar sensor light did finally arrive, and sure enough, it was exactly as sensitive as I remembered. But now I have a whole new, slightly annoying problem. The thing about radar sensors is that they pick up literally any kind of movement nearby, and the light will automatically kick on. I ended up installing this new light out in the garage. And our garage actually faces this little open air patio area where we keep a bunch of potted plants and flowers. So now, whenever we have a windy day, all those plants start swaying around. The radar sensor thinks someone is walking by, so the light just randomly flashes on and off all the time. It completely freaked my family out. They told me that before they got used to it, they legitimately thought there was a ghost wandering around outside our house.